Hi everyone, thank you for being here. Yes, I have a different background. I have different images up. So we have the wolf and then we have two large cats, larger cats. I still have my twins. They're hanging above the wolf right now watching the proceedings. So, all right, let's get to it. And if you're wondering where I got them, they are vintage. They're vintage prints that I found at a consignment store for like pennies. I was really excited about it. Anyway, so check your consignment stores, your thrift stores. All right. So, hi, I'm Holly, energy reader, psychic medium. I love to use oracle cards and tarot cards for general readings. Anyone you see, if they don't expressly state your name and you have an agreement with them where they are doing a private reading for you, it is a general reading. Now, there are some really good readers, and so you can take some of it, you might take all of it, whatever it is. Just remember, use your discernment with what fits for you and what doesn't. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about using tarot and oracle cards, pendulums, runes, whatever it is you do. Even if you do spell work, it doesn't matter. It's all a tool. It is truly just a tool. So, the only thing I've ever worked with that have like an innate sense of energy would be truly crystals or anything that has a cognizance about it almost. So everything is made of energy. So the more you use a deck, the more you imbue it with energy. But even so, anyone could pick this up and get a different reading from it. So what I'm going to do today is what I do enjoy the most, and I think it's the most important part of spirit work, even though I love the cards because they do remind us of things that we are supposed to remember. And this is Rosewater. I will start with the energetic current of the day, and then I'm just going to see what comes up. This is a general reading, so it could be all over the place. It's going to be hard to sort out what I'm hearing in terms of voices. The energetic current, nature energy. Nature energy is really close to us right now. Take that how you will. I want to get on to the reading. Be at peace where you are. Rest, heal. Get into nature if you can. It's still raining here, and we needed it, but it's still raining, so it's going to cut some activities a little short. All right. And thank you for being part of the community. Thank you so much. If I don't get to all the comments, some of them I just don't know how to take, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to respond because I'm not sure how to take it. Some of it takes a lot more thought and energy to respond to, so I'm kind of waiting until I'm in a good place to do that. And for some of you, it's just, you're just so wonderful. You take care of each other, and I appreciate that so much. I want this to be a safe place. If there is something that is blatantly like weird, I might leave it for a minute, but if I catch it or if I see it, I'll just delete it. All right. All right, what is the message? What's coming through? Someone's laughing, like one of those maniacal, crazy, like, like a plot is being hatched. Someone is very jealous of you. So I can't promise who I'm tapping into or what situation. It will resonate with more than one person. Understand that. I have found that things flow in currents and in vibes, and it does affect more than one person at a time. But someone is taking advantage. This weird laughing energy, and it's not spirits around me. This is the reading part. This is the psychic part. I will let you know the difference. But the person who is laughing, watching, almost waiting and biding their time, they have a very heavy, dense energy, and it doesn't feel good. Now, I don't feel like that there is anything for you to worry about because you are so divinely protected and surrounded. This negative person, though, it's almost like they are stuck in the past and they can't let go. They can't let go of the past. They can't let go of their version. That's important. They can't let go of this version of history, and they are slowly crumbling within. If that person is not careful, they will end up with health problems that will be their final way to exit this world. Let's put it that way. It will not be through self-harm. It will just be of their own doing. Something's going to fail within their body because it's going to become so corrupted. There's going to be some level of organ failure that doesn't have to happen. Now, I feel like that might be either a cross watcher, but it's not someone who's part of the community as a whole. Those of us that we would wrap our arms around and say, hey, we belong to the same family kind of thing, energetic family. The sad part is that we all do belong, even the heavy, dense ones, we all do belong to the same energetic family, but they just don't want to be part of things and they don't want to play along. Now, that doesn't mean acquiesce. It just means everybody's their own individual being. But this person is plotting, and that's what makes it heavy, dense, and unfortunate. The plotting, the planning, the fuming, it's almost like a festering wound. Yeah, that's what okay. It's like a festering wound, but it's not a literal wound. It's an energetic wound. And unless that is cauterized and cleansed out and they start living their best life and in the best possible light, they are going to cross into that light if they're not careful. You can only live in that kind of dense energy for so long before it starts to completely corrupt you. The mind-body-spirit connection is real. All right, so we're not going to worry about that because that person is so, it's almost like there's like this tornado of activity around them, of chaos, and they don't even know it, feel it, sense it, see it. They don't understand it. Other people are slowly stepping further and further away from them because they feel it. They just know something feels wrong. Something doesn't feel right about this. And they're afraid it might become contagious almost. The negativity. That's how you know if that's the energy that you're surrounded in or that person is surrounded in, because other people are sort of like, okay, well, I'm busy, gotta go. And they find every excuse possible to get out of Dodge as fast as they can. All right, so that person, it's up to them. They are not going to be open to hearing. They're not going to be open to listening. They're not going to be open to anything that you provide them that could help them. So they are on their own path, and that is the path they have chosen. They have the potential. I see in the next 3 to 4 months like a diverging path. So they can either choose the path that loops back around to this dysfunction and chaos, and then that will be a bitter end. Or they can take the path that will lead them to their future, their brightest, their best. This could be an incredible person. What they choose, which path they choose, will dictate the future and the course of that person's life. Now, and how long they live and what quality of time they have. All right, now, let's get that out of the way because that's someone if this is your reading. That is someone in your periphery. That's someone that is in your peripheral vision energetically, but not in your life at this point. If it is someone in your life, they are making their way out, and you are distancing yourself from it, whether it's a group. For some of you, it's a group. For most of you, it's an individual, I think. All right. Let's move on to the collective that's dealing with this. All right. What's in store for you? Oh, good things. You've had a lot of confusion, but you are coming out of the confusion. Someone enjoys playing the guitar, or you're going to learn how to play the guitar, or something that looks like a guitar. It could even be a smaller version of it, or something with strings, a string instrument. Let's just put it that way. I feel like someone is working on either they are proficient, they're becoming proficient, or they've decided they want to learn how to play some string instrument. That is a soothing thing for you, and it connects you to truly the most sacred parts of yourself. So if this is your reading, you'll know it because, now, like, I don't play any instruments. When I was a kid, I thought, oh, it'd be so fun, it'd be so nice to be able to play the piano or a flute that you could take around with you anywhere. Not my skill set. Just not my skill set. I love music though. So if this is your reading, good for you. Music is its own language. Music is a very high, has a high vibration to it. So if you are in the process of learning how to play an instrument, and for some of you it's even a harp, like a mouth harp, or what are they called? Harmonica. You can tell I'm from the South. All right, a mouth harp. Anyway. Okay, so a harmonica. So that, and I know that doesn't have strings, but that's one of the other instruments. So it's either something with strings like a guitar, or it could be a harmonica. I keep wanting to say mouth harp. So that's someone's grandparent that played one of those. And so if you get that nudge to do that, you will have help. Yeah, I can hear that grandparent now. They say, child, you just pass out. Girl, you just pass out. I don't have the lung capacity. This was definitely an old country guy who wore overalls. Uh, just a kind, sweet man. Strong. Don't mess around with him, but a kind, sweet man. All right, so he is excited about the fact that you are pursuing, if this is your reading, he is excited that you are pursuing your musical abilities, because you do have significant musical abilities in terms of with instruments. Okay, so let's move on to the next part of this. So that is a little aside. So if that is for you, you definitely pay attention to all that and this reading. But if that doesn't apply to you, I feel like the next part, we're slowly venturing into new territory, and it could apply to another part of the collective. It doesn't matter what you choose to do. Vibration is still coming up. So whether you play the instrument, whether you go to like sound therapy, singing bowl stuff, meditations, whether you have singing bowls that you just clink on the side, because honey, vibration is vibration, and good for you. You're working hard. It's hard to get that consistent sound on those bowls. If it's a singing bowl type thing, it doesn't matter if it's a brass bowl or a crystal bowl. But if you are doing something like that, even if you just listen to videos on YouTube, and there's a 15-minute chakra balancing, the main 7 chakras everybody knows, because there's a whole bunch of other ones. Okay. So there's a whole lot of other chakras, but the 7 that most people know, there's a 15-minute balancing crystal bowl meditation, and it's super duper short. If you've got 15 minutes, you can just listen to it. I would rather you not drive. Please do not drive, because I tend to zone out when I'm listening to this. It's embedded down on the community section of the homepage of this channel, and it's not mine. I didn't do it, but it's brilliant and I love it. All right, so if you are not the musician with the instrument, whether something to do with strings or the harmonica, you are involved with some sort of vibrational healing, vibration of sound, and I feel like that's going to just increase. And my hands are heating up, so if you practice Reiki or any kind of energetic healing, that is also going to ramp up. And if we all, and I'm seeing people holding hands, like in a big line that ultimately forms a circle around the world. So what that means is, if you are an energy practitioner, if you are a Reiki practitioner, if you are just of like mind and you believe in peace for all, and all should be included in that peace, then that's what this is. Everybody is linking hands, and eventually linking arms around the elbow to make it even stronger. Hands, it's like linking elbows and then holding someone's hand Does that make sense? It starts spread out, and then it eventually gets so close people are shoulder to shoulder and holding on to hands with linked arms. What is happening is wellness for the world, a wellness movement for the world, an energetic wellness. This is beautiful. I truly hope every one of you decides to do this or be part of this. It doesn't have to be literal where you are physically there. You see it in your mind's eye. Every time you meditate, every time you just sit in quiet and say, I'm sending peace to the world. I am sending peace to the universe. I am sending peace and healing to all. I am sending healing. It is happening. And that is what creates that human chain of linked arms and hands that gets even stronger. So that's important. That's a critically important part of this reading. It can be done. We are moving into a new phase of an energetic awareness. So you can use that energy for positive or negative. It is up to you. But remember which side of that you are on. Because eventually, all of the people who are standing in the light of the all that is and the creator of all things will come together. We will always stand tall. The ones who are using their energetic abilities for negative, or they're so covered like that first person with like the tornado of chaos around the head, that person, you might as well hand them a shovel and say start digging, because they are creating their own depth of despair. You can take that however you want. You don't have to do a thing. They're doing it to themselves, and they don't have to. They are welcome in this chain, in this human bonding chain of positivity and light. It's coming from not just spoken word, thought word, but it's coming from the heart chakra. So I'm getting this sense of this big circle of people around the earth with a light energy coming out of the chest. That is magnificent and unbelievable. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are a beloved being, a being of creation. You carry the spark of the all that is. When you remember that, that is when you remember that the greatest gift you have is your energy, your thought, your words, whether said in your mind or spoken out loud. So be careful of the way you describe yourself and others. Sometimes that's hard. I know that. Okay, thank you. And they're saying not to take a drink of this because there's too much energy that's gone into it now. So I need to probably put that there. The mug is great, but the coffee inside, I feel like all of that initial talk, it all just kind of went into that. Okay. All right. Thank you for being here. This is going to be your reading for Tuesday. It's actually going to be just your reading for all of autumn and through the end of the course of this calendar year and through the next year, I think. Some of it, most of it. Okay, all of it. All right. Be at peace with yourself. Know that you are a spark of the divine. You carry a spark of the divine within you. Know that you have all that it takes to be larger than this life, this incarnation. Spread that word and come together in unity. We have a marvelous task ahead of us, and it is to bring together what has been divided. And you can do that with a thought. Yesterday was an interesting day for everyone, I believe, energetically, even if it wasn't quite clear what was going on, because I know it wasn't quite clear for me what was going on. And I had all these swirling, chaotic thoughts in my head, and I thought, what is going on? Why does it feel so uncomfortable? So I just pulled in. And sometimes you have to do that. But today we know the truth. Today we know who we are, and that we are the translators and the ambassador for the divine. You are. That is not overstating. And that's not coming from a place of ego. Every single one of you, every single one of you has a perfect soul and a divine link embedded in you. And that is the part of you that moves on when the body that you have incarnated into decides it's time to leave this earth and this world. Listen to music, play music, do whatever you need to do. Sing, dance, whatever form it takes for you. Offer good words and thoughts for those who are so they're internally in so much chaos they can't even figure out how to become who they could be. But then once you utter that, whether it's a prayer, affirmation, you said Reiki, whatever, cut the cord. Cut that cord. Wash your hands. Okay? That's why I keep rose water in a little bowl here. Rose oil. That's why I'm not supposed to drink the rest of this coffee, because it has absorbed so much of the uncomfortable energy from the first part of the reading. And remember, more than anything, that if you come from a place of love and peace, you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. If you are coming from a place of love, then it is an inclusive, generous, well-meaning place to live. And you understand that we are all interconnected. All right, everyone, I am sending you love and gratitude. Thank you for being here. I know there's not officially the Monday reading or, one for yesterday, but since I posted a fairly lengthy one on Sunday, I thought, I'm going to listen to the voice of Spirit. And so I hope you gave yourself a whole lot of grace yesterday and took it easy on yourself. All right, be well, take care. We will talk very soon. And tomorrow I'll be back and we'll use our cards again. But always listen to the voice of Spirit. And remember, everything else is nothing but a tool.